Welcome to iUnify. Yes, I'm Chastity, your host. We're here with none other than one of our favorites, Sierra. And we have her significant other today. We have Dawn. All right. You've been talked about on this podcast before, so now we put a face to what we've been talking about all year. But guys, we are doing a battle of the sexes. So it's a lot of things, that us women, we get the stigma of what is it? Men are from Venus and women are from Mars. Or am I saying that backwards? I feel like it's backwards.
It might be
Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Right. Because there's so many topics, that we about to go through right now that I honestly feel is backwards in the mud when it comes down to how men think. But, we about to go deep dive into it.
Yes, we are.
My first topic, I'm going to bring, each of us can bring up a topic, by the way. I'm going to throw my first topic out there, cheating.
Wow.
And I know we had to jump right into it, but my
right.
personal opinion about it, though, is men can cheat. They can, women go to church and get saved and forgive them. And women cheat, and they are whores from Babylon. They have, all the you is for the streets and all this and the third. Meanwhile, all we did was cheat back. Mind you, I'm using we as a, this is not me. I'm just saying we. So like I said, yeah, women get that slap back of you're a whore, you for the streets. And most of the time men like to leave, or even threaten. To be queer, it just depends on the woman. Because most of them won't leave if you're a decent woman. But for the most part, it's always leave for the woman. But then for the man, you want to go and let's pray about it. Let's pray about it. Let's, I'm sorry. I talked to the Lord. I talked to the Lord. I'm so sorry. And we are expected to just be these wonderful human beings that forgive you. And like an idiot, we most of the time do. But, it is what it is. What's y'all thoughts?
I feel like it's a two-way street because I feel like women nowadays are doing what men were doing in the older days. So it's been a reversal of roles, really, for real, because the men are now the ones getting cheated on, and they're now staying. Because I know a lot of men who've got cheated on, and they stayed. You got to fight.
Okay, I give you that. But realistically speaking, even when they stay, you still being called every whore that you possibly being called.
That's the same for women, though.
A severe.
If you stay with the woman, 9 times out of 10, you're going through it. I'm telling you, you're going through it. You're gonna getting your phone checked every 5 minutes. You can't go across the street.
Okay.
If you go across the street too long, you getting called. Why it was take you so long? It take you 5 minutes to get to the store. Why it take you 7.5?
True, I give you that. But for those that are cheating back, because it makes a difference. Everybody say it don't make a difference, but it does make a difference. If the woman is not a cheater, and this is a cheat back situation, I feel like, nigga, you put yourself in this bed.
Now, I agree with that. I'm not even gonna sit here and try to be biased. If you made your bed, by all means, my nigga, you gotta lay in it. I don't know if you can say that or not. I'm sorry.
I just said it's okay.
Okay, but you gotta lay in your bed that you have made for yourself. And that's not a hard thing. I mean, not an easy thing to swallow being a man because of your pride. But if you stepped out and your woman stepped out, hey, y'all.
You are such a unique man because I don't get this same talk with.
I'm gonna be real.
My significant
he is lying.
I'm gonna be honest.
Hold on.
I'm gonna be real. Is this for the camera?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't always like this. I had to gather this. I had to gather this understanding because of the wife that I have. I have a great wife, by the way, everybody. You know, and she taught me a lot of things as a man to be able to relate to both sides of the fence. So if you did something wrong, and then she did something wrong, to retaliate, then y'all done met right there at that Evans place, and now y'all even Steven.
So realistically though, because see,
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I would feel some type of way. I'm gonna be real. I would feel some type of way.
I know my sister.
But what more can I do if she took me back?
Hold on.
And she do the same thing. Why not give her the same grace?
I hear you. However, I know for a fact. Hopefully, I do know for a fact. I don't know what goes on behind closed doors, but you know, it's only but so much. You know, she has done right.
Right. Now, I agree.
So,
I have a good
being put in that position, you can't really say it.
True. I agree. I also...
These are just theories right now.
For real, they are theories, but at the same time...
Hold on.
I've been in situations.
Okay, go ahead.
Please. Because I feel like you're lying.
Oh, she's testing my gangster on national
Reason
TV.
why is because I asked a specific. I said if I was to have cheat on you back, would you have forgave me? I don't even know.
To be real,
so you try to sound more mature right now.
I have matured. But let me tell you, I did sit here and just say I would feel some type of way. I would be hurt, but at the same time, was you not hurt as well? You gotta also think about the significant person that you're with. If you love that person and y'all been together, I don't care how many years y'all been together. If you truly love that person, then you gonna forgive that person. And whether you feeling some type of way or not, you gonna forgive that person eventually.
You know, this sounds like someone that
has been through.
No, I'm actually gonna say the total opposite. It sounds like somebody that haven't went through. The reason I say that is because you never really know until you know.
I understand.
Like when you
have I
the same way we relive, right? A lot of people say women go back and relive. Gotta ask every question. So how did you do it? Hey, did you hit her from the back? Like,
it's weird. I understand why women do that.
But it's like because it makes the difference for us for some reason.
I don't want to know what went down. But I don't want to know no details. If I learn any detail, I might possibly end up in jail.
That's what I'm saying.
So I don't want to know nothing. You cheated? Okay, cool, good. Don't tell me nothing else, because I'm gonna end up going to jail.
My thing was, if I ever was to do anything, I can't tell you. I can never tell you not because I'm gonna hide it, because I know you ain't gonna be able to take it. Right? Because the thought of your
1,000%,
woman,
I agree.
The thought of your woman getting dick down, excuse my language, y'all. But real talk, it's you ain't even gonna be able to do it the same no more.
No, I would not. I'm gonna be real.
You gonna feel like that nigga.
Oh yeah,
that nigga. That's gonna consistently
and I wouldn't be satisfied till he's no longer that nigga. He would no longer exist.
Right.
Correct.
See, you gotta kill people. Like you gotta hold kill people.
No, I'm gonna be real. I wouldn't kill him. I would kill him slowly.
This is my point.
I would slowly kill him over a period of time.
But women are expected. But women are expected to just be these godly people.
Now I agree.
That
I will definitely agree
hold
on that.
the household down. We're not going to separate the family. We're going to keep the kids together. All of this, like we are expected to be these emotionally stable human beings. When all in all, we are the most emotional, unstable people ever. Because real talk, what's happening on the inside, for real, is damaging.
Yes, y'all are battling yourselves.
It is really, really damaging for the woman internally. Like she probably would never look at herself the same for a while.
Right.
But she goes through whole moments of, was I good enough?
Right.
You go through all these different things that happens. And I'm not saying a man don't, because of course, like I just said, he won't be able to do it no more.
Right. But
right? Because you thinking about this other nigga hitting you from the back.
Right. You know, most of the time when men cheat, they have no feelings for the woman they cheated on their significant other with.
That's true. That's true.
They just
women are more.
They do not care about these women that they cheat, but when a woman cheats, she cheats emotionally, not only physically. It's emotionally.
Let me explain. That is worse because if you love me and you just go cheat on me with a random person you don't care about, you risk your marriage for a random person.
I agree with that. Hold on. Let me talk. Okay. I agree with that. But at the same time, when a woman cheats, it's emotional. She's emotionally attached to the man she just cheated on you with. To me, that is worse than when you cheat on a chick you do not care about. You don't even plan on seeing her again. This is just my bad. Oops, I shouldn't have done that. I done did it though. It's over with. But the dude that you cheated on me with, I'm gonna continuously have to worry about this dude.
Number one, let me start. Hold on. Let me start here too. If a woman does cheat, say it's emotional. Most of the time, she has given that man the opportunity to fix what she has complained about for years.
Look at you, all emotional.
Years.
That's not.
Hold on. Years.
I don't agree with that.
Years.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
Hold on.
It takes years to perfect a marriage. It takes
years to perfect a marriage, but it does not take.
Oh yeah,
I agree.
Men maturity can be at a lower level than women, but at the same time, when we mature, we've matured. It takes us a little bit longer. But when we mature, y'all be kind of dematuring.
No, it be simple things though that don't take years to perfect. Talk to me. Does not take years to perfect.
I agree,
be
but
romantic.
as a man, I have issues with talking about my emotions. I have issues with opening up. I carry everything inside of me because that's how we were brainwashed and raised. We were raised to not show emotion because we're men. So we're not allowed to show emotions because if we do, y'all gonna look at us like, oh, you being soft. That's being sassy. Right. We don't want to be talked to like that. As a man, I do not want to be called sassy because I'm crying and showing you my emotions. So therefore, we do not. I'm not necessarily talking about you. But no man wants to be talked to in that way because we're showing our emotions, so we don't.
Okay.
And then y'all get mad at us.
So hold on. What is the thing with you should have left? Instead,
I don't think.
My point is, instead of cheating on me, I've heard this before. When men say, instead of cheating on me, why you ain't just leave?
I'm gonna be honest. It's not that easy. When you go to sleep beside somebody every night for years.
Oh, I get what you're saying. I'm talking about from the other perspective. I say the same thing you're saying, but from the other perspective, it's a stupid thought that you could just leave.
That's not That's not realistic.
Attachment to this person.
That's not realistic.
It's not.
I don't care what nobody says. It's not gonna be hard easy. If you went to sleep beside somebody every night for 10 years, you wake up to that person every day for 10 years, y'all do everything together for 10 years, it's not gonna be that easy to detach yourself from that person.
Right.
It should be even
harder
to cheat on that person.
I agree. But men are built. We're not built like that. I'm sorry. We're built to think with something that every man has thought for years and years and years of their life. We was raised to be thought. That's just how we are. How can you not blame it on that when we were wired that way? We were wired to be fruitful and multiply.
We are
wired that way. I'm sorry. There's nothing we can do by our DNA.
That scripture for married people.
To be honest, men and women were wired that way. When we were first created, it was a curse to have to be with your husband.
But hold on. So that's the point. You're cursed. We are not cursed. Women are cursed to be with their husband. Men are not cursed. We were cursed to work by a sweat of our brow.
Wait.
That's it.
You gotta read your word. You gotta read your word. Because when Jesus came,
I do read the
New Testament,
but
he did say one wife.
Okay. But so what's wrong with having multiple wives? I don't understand that.
Because he said one.
I don't understand that.
How we go?
I was wired to have multiple partners. We were too.
Yeah, and now it's just one.
I agree. I agree, but do you know the reason why he changed that law? because of the women. When women came into the world,
it doesn't matter why he changed it. The point is he changed it.
Y'all was too weak. Y'all was weak.
What you mean?
Y'all
He
couldn't be
changed
by
them all
yourself.
because of us.
He's talking about because we the ones
who
ate
caused
the fruit.
y'all caused the curse.
Tell you
Y'all
to
caused the
eat
curse.
the apple with us.
Exactly.
And
Man, you know we was gonna eat that apple.
Hold on.
You know we was gonna eat the apple.
Furthermore,
We want the apple.
Let me tell
We
you
already
something.
wanted the apple.
God
We just
did
needed
not
a little
give-
nudge.
Wait. God didn't give Eve the instruction. He gave the instruction to Adam. And when the stuff went down, who did he refer to? Adam.
It was up to Adam. Like, oh no.
You know what?
What are you doing? Put that down. You didn't have to eat
Bless
it
you.
too.
Bless you. Bless you.
And
Bless you.
let's remember.
You enlightened me a little bit.
Who is this?
That he knows all, and he knew what the man would fall to, and he needed the man to fall, so he gave him the thing that he knew he would fall
from. Do you know God tried to find a mate? Hold on. You know God tried to find a mate with the animals before he wanted to make y'all?
He only created.
He did not want to make y'all.
That's crazy.
Hold on.
He did not want to make y'all.
Let's
because he knew.
Let's rearrange that statement. We were created because y'all can't do nothing by yourself. Not a thing.
Who wants to be alone?
Not a thing.
Who wants to be alone? Nobody wants to be alone. Nobody wants to be alone. Hold on. Hold on. Put yourself in a cave by yourself. You're gonna go insane.
And he was handed a created kingdom. God made everything. Adam was handed.
Everything.
I agree.
Congratulations.
I agree, but put yourself in this situation. Hold on. Put yourself in this situation.
Remember we are talking about the stronger vessel.
Hold on.
God said it's not good for man to be alone.
Be real.
Literally not good. Can't nothing good.
Can I say
come
something?
From a man by himself.
I'm about to explain. I'm about to explain. Put yourself in a cave. Say you in a deserted island and you by yourself for 10 years. You're gonna go mentally insane because you have nobody else to talk to. So they're gonna find you talking to coconuts and trees like Tom Hanks.
Okay.
Right. This is why it wasn't good for man to be alone. Because man is going to go completely insane without another person to talk to.
But then when we came on, y'all blame us because we ate the fruit when the instruction was given to Adam. We ate the fruit. We came to you and we said, you should eat the fruit. You should have been stronger vessel, to be able to say, no,
well,
the Lord said, God Almighty
never been more insulted.
Not to eat this fruit. Why did you do that? Reprimand us or something.
Right.
Stronger vessel.
You know what? I'm reprimanding you right now. Why did you make me eat that fruit?
Hold on. Again, God knew what was going to happen. Just like Jesus
he knew
needed
y'all
to
was
die
weak.
on the cross, somebody needed to eat the apple.
Which means he knew y'all was
hold on.
Eventually, one of y'all would have ate the apple.
So God put in place, he made sure the thing that could break the man, which was something that came from the man, was the thing that offered it to him. Because he would have been strong enough probably to say no to the snake, but not to the woman.
Yeah.
Because the woman
is him.
Point is.
Yes.
So the point
It's
is.
woe man for a reason.
So the point is.
You got my rib. I want my rib back.
Get him about that.
I want my baby.
Okay.
Right. Get my rib back.
Okay. All right. We done expound so much on this one topic. Give me one more, Sierra. One more to battle.
I guess we can battle why women are looked at as past, like not as good if they have body counts.
Oh, you do not want to get on.
But that's a part of the same. Okay, that's the same thing I was saying, because it's like you are a whore from Babylon the moment you are opened up to someone else. If you have any sort of body count before that man, quite literally before that man, it's like, for some reason, you're always going to think about that man. Or that, like, it's a weird
I agree.
situation.
The woman that I'm with has had a man that was prior to me, one man.
Oh, Lord, you just going to say that all on the
and I still talk about this to this day. To this day.
Well,
because, no. Yeah, people don't understand how long I've known this woman. I've known this woman since 9th grade. Yeah. And she let another man take her virginity. I was broke. It broke me. Meanwhile, I'm out here. Meanwhile, I'm out here sleeping with Tom, Dick, and Harry. You know what I'm saying? Wait. Pause. Pause. You know what I mean? Pause.
Anna and Hannah.
No, I'm saying. Pause. You know what I'm saying? But meanwhile, I'm out here. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, I'm out here doing my thing.
I can't even erase that. That's good content.
You know what I'm saying? Pause though. But I'm out here doing my thing, and you know.
Mind you, he lost his virginity at 14.
That's like a whole 5 years
We
before.
started talking when he was 14. That means every woman you was with from 14 to now, you cheated on me with. So please shut up.
But look, you gotta understand, she would disappear, bro. Like, she would disappear and then call me out of the blue. Like, right, I was a teenager.
Obviously,
My person shouldn't count. It wasn't at 14.
No, nigga. No, he counts because that nah. He counts. Now what I did don't count because it wasn't nothing to me. It just it was something to do, you know. It just wasn't.
What the hell? Anywho, I feel like okay. Now, all right. I am gonna go like super spiritual for a moment. I do feel like, you know, as people may think the Bridgerton little setup is, technically speaking,
that's how it really was.
And it's right.
It's very accurate.
To have to prepare your child from whatever age it is to keep themselves, be holy or whatever, whoop de whoop de whoop, until your husband comes. That is really the way it's supposed to be. Now, meantime, the man is just sowing his royal oats all across the whole land. Which, true. I mean, to be honest with you, for some reason, I feel like it's a good thing. I know you might shade me for that, but I feel like it gives them the experience. That is true. And it gets it out, kind of out of their system. But some men just, they keep going. I don't know why. But with the right woman, though, he can eventually settle down.
Correct.
I feel like any man will change for the right woman.
Correct.
Period.
I feel like if a man found a woman that he know is going to hold him down, right, then he's going to do what he has to do to make sure she does not go anywhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You have to have a woman that's going to hold that man accountable.
Correct.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you look at all the girls in Bridgerton, they were strong. Each one of them that end up, you know, like especially the first two ones, they were challenging to the man. They didn't want just the little pretty little, you know, whatever, debutante or whatever. They wanted somebody that's going to actually challenge them. And that is something that makes the bond, makes the relationship, because you don't want just no dull relationship. You want somebody that's going to come back with this, challenge you to be better, challenge you to grow in some kind of way. And I think that's why I said for the right woman, any man would do right. Now, I ain't saying they're not going to be a man and they're not going to have their flaws. Because I feel like, my personal opinion, I feel like all men cheat. Sorry, it is what it is.
I agree to a certain degree.
It depends. I agree.
It depends. Because you got some men who just Poindexters, they not trying to do nothing because they barely can get a woman in the first place.
But then it be them. Because it be them very ones when they get
it be them Poindexters. You know what I'm saying?
No, because when they get them, then it just turns into hoes. All of a sudden, they got all this confidence. Like, you just all of a sudden got all the confidence in the world. When I met you, you won't shit. Like,
you know.
I'm sorry, people. But you know what I mean.
I've seen that too.
But Paul, so what happens to the man that's not cheating? He's got a woman who thinks like you that all men cheat, and while he's not cheating, he's repeatedly every time. Hold on, let me. You
gotta point me out. Point me
to
one first.
Doing things.
Final
first. Let me finish my statement.
I don't know too many.
And he's doing all these things, not cheating, but everything he does that looks like something you're everybody else that you know you did is doing now. You've created him cheating, and he just keeps hearing and hearing. Are you saying before a woman gets to a place? What happens to the man that gets to a place where I just keep being, if I'm going to be guilty for the rest of my life,
now, honestly,
I'm not in his way.
I'm not going to sit here and say that I haven't been that. Wait. I can honestly admit I have been that woman, but I've been that woman rightfully. So I'm going to say that. But prior to me being that woman, I was a green woman. I was not always the woman that think all men cheat. I was actually very
Most women
blonde,
don't come out that way.
Or whatever you want to call it.
I can't say that. It all depends on how you was raised.
Yeah, I was young.
They're made.
Hold on, let me tell you.
I said most women don't come out that way. That's how they're made.
Right.
But it's not necessarily about the man, though.
Hold on, let me finish. Anytime you find a woman that thinks like that, it's because somewhere a man has let her down.
Right. No.
Hold on.
That is true.
That's not.
Let me finish. Whether it be your daddy, your brother, or some man somewhere, because we don't come out that way.
Yeah.
We come out. Let me finish.
Ooh.
We come out.
Ooh,
go ahead, because we got like 2 minutes. Go ahead.
We come out thinking about love and being. That's how women are built.
White
love
picket
and marriage and kids. And you know what happens when you meet that woman that get 17, 18 and like, I don't want to be married. Why? Because she has watched disastrous marriages.
Yep. Okay, that's what my point I'm trying to get at. It may not be something that a man has done to that woman. It may be something that she was taught by her mom. Her mom could be a very bitter woman by something that a man has done. That's not necessarily about.
Where's the dad?
Where is the dad?
That's the point about having daddy issues.
This is why it's double standards, and y'all don't see y'all double standards, right? I'm gonna switch. Hold on, let me switch the mode on you, right? No. Okay, let me switch the mode on you, right? As black people, our community sometimes look bad,
right?
But you're not a bad person. But when you walk out there in that community, you get looked at bad, and you don't want to get looked at that way, right?
Right.
But so how does that justify the guy that's not cheating? And you going, oh, blase, I've been hurt by this and that.
Well, right. You can't hold that man accountable for your past.
It will show in your fruits.
You gotta heal.
Not if you think that
y'all got a segment coming, guys.
You don't know the fruits of a not cheater because you've been cheated on everybody.
Hold on. Y'all got a segment coming where y'all gonna be able to say y'all what y'all want to say. Y'all just make me show my side too. Dang. But nah, okay. I'm gonna say this and we're gonna close out. I feel like every woman is not like that. Women that are hurt and still dealing with trauma are like that. Now, it's some women, like honestly, like myself, right now, today, as this day right now, yes, I do believe all men cheat, but I do not act on all men cheat. Because I done been married for 17 years now. So my whole thought process is completely different right now. I done been through that stage already where I was, fresh in, thinking that every little thing you do. Well, not at first I was Cinderella story. Then it was every little thing you do after being hurt. After being hurt, it became every little thing you do. Nigga, what you doing?
Right.
Like, what you doing? Who you texting? Like it was always that after the fact. Before that, I was green in the mug. And then after that, I'm not green. I'm just. I mean, it's not whatever. It's just like, I know it's how I look at it is. I ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. I will kill you though. But don't go so far. Don't go so far.
I've been fearing for my life.
Don't go so far.
I definitely been fearing my life a couple times.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it now. Because I done just lived a life. But until you live a life, you still gonna be stuck in whatever past trauma you had. You have to heal first. I done healed already. I'm done with whatever happened. I'm done. I healed. Whoop-de-woo. I know now. I know who you are, and I deal with you accordingly. Period.
Let me say something too. I think everybody in a relationship has responsibility and accountability. When you go in a relationship, if you date a woman that has that traumatic response, it's your responsibility to decide whether that is something you want to deal. If she is worth dealing with or going through her healing process.
I agree.
Saying you accusing me of cheating, so I'm gonna go cheat is not the appropriate response. The appropriate response would be, hey, I do not think that this is something that I can deal with for the rest of my life. So I am going to leave.
Where the woman came in day 2, day 3, week, month 1.
It's the representative.
6, like,
every person has a representative.
You don't see trauma until trauma hits.
Yeah, that's true.
But that go for men too, though. That go for men too.
We got to end. We want to thank Sierra and Don for coming. We're going to welcome Joe and Jasmine on our next episode. Yes. Thank y'all. Welcome to iUnify Part 2, Battle of the Sexes.
Part 2.
right, I'm gonna say something. Yes, we are here with Jasmine, who been. What's crazy is she's supposed to be here all season 1. Literally every episode on season 1, she's supposed to show up.
Hallelujah.
What happened?
Anyhow,
right. Anywho, but we here on a great episode. This is probably gonna be one of our best episodes for real, for real. Battle of the Sexes. We are here with Joe.
What up?
Yeah. So we're gonna pick up. Well, if you want to change the subject, we can, or we can pick up with the last couple left off. Which one y'all want to do?
It's up to you, whichever way you want to go.
Just a disclaimer: what happens in iUnify
stays in
iUnify.
Right.
Hey, for real.
All right.
So
Just sign a non-disclosure.
Okay. Well, damn. Hey, babies. Hallelujah. At this point, we can say that it's going to be a little background noise in this episode.
Sorry,
okay, guys. It's all right. We iUnify. We love each other. I'm a little tipsy.
Wait, how do you do?
I'm sorry. I just felt that thing. That thing just kind of hit me a little bit. But all right. So yeah, we're gonna continue on then, I guess. With what was the last thing we was talking about? Body counts. So prior to prior to getting in a relationship, like you said, you get the representative for I don't know how long. You don't know nothing about this person for I don't know how long. And that's the truth. You don't know. How do you say certain people are willing to go through anything for certain people because they know that certain person is their person. So for my personal experience, not to say, let's be clear, I'm not saying I'm willing to go through anything regular. However, like I said, I know he's my person.
Right.
Correct.
So because I know he's my person, we gonna work through a lot of things. Vice versa. And that's not to just say on his part, that's my part too. Let's be real clear. Life is life. Life is a roller coaster, and you get on that mug and you gotta ride it. You can't get off. You can't get off. It's so many twists and turns, all kinds of things that happen. It is what it is. Life is life.
Yeah.
Ooh, that drink hit. I'm sorry, y'all. I feel it more and more as I talk. Boy, that drink's going crazy. All right, I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, man. Right, for real.
Continue.
What's your question?
I don't even remember what I was saying.
Body count.
I feel like if that's your person, you'd be willing to go through a lot for that person. Now, it's not verbalized. Of course, you're not going to say that because you don't want the person to just be out here doing what they do.
Right.
But really and truthfully, for that right person, you will. It is what it is. So what is your stop point? What is your absolutely not? I'm not going to go further if this happens. We'll start with you.
I guess for me, it would be that feeling of abandonment, I guess, or maybe.
Why did I know you was about to say that?
Yeah, a feeling of abandonment, or feeling like you won't be there for me when I need you, or I can't just call you and be like, hey, whatever. No matter what's going on the surface, no matter what emotional uprise we were just in, how high it was, how bad it was, if I can't call you at the end of the day, if I feel like I can't call you at the end of the day and be like, whatever, woo, and we be like, all right, cool, I'm there. That's what's the deal breaker for me.
It's a baby mama. I don't want to call her name out. She probably knows who she is. It is what it is. I don't give a fuck.
Hallelujah.
Excuse me, y'all. But
we know.
It's a baby mama that actually legitimately went years feeling like that. What I mean is, they would go through whatever. This man that got married, this man that had kids, this man that did a whole life on your ass. And I know. Just hear me out. But as long as it was this thing that she knew they will always be this
no
thing.
That sounds like delusion.
You know what I'm saying? It is delusion, but it's only delusion if the second party is not, actually acting on that thing. You know what I'm saying? If the other party is actually being that nigga for you, then unfortunately, a lot of people like to call that delusion. And what's funny is, I've personally seen this, and a lot of other people would say that's delusion, and I would stand up for that person. Because it's not delusion if that person is giving you everything you're saying.
If the other person, the other party is giving you everything,
he playing that
and
part
showing
for
everything,
real,
and putting you in that.
But then it does kind of become delusion when you feel like this nigga finna. Well, not mine, because that's going too deep. I'm sorry, y'all. No, it's the drink. It's the drink.
It's a sticky situation. Honestly,
it's a sticky situation,
especially with the whole baby mama, baby daddy situation because
I get that though. I understand it because it's like a feeling
on them.
For instance, I've been married 17 years, right? Mm-hmm. And throughout that whole 17 years, I done probably went through some really damnable things, like for real, just straight up damnable things. But it was only one moment where I actually felt like it could be it, where I felt that separation that you're talking about. Yeah. And because other than that, I always knew this is it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Other than that, it was never a moment where I felt disconnected.
Right.
Through all the craziness, I never felt disconnected until one moment. It wasn't that long ago, which is crazy. Anyway, point is, sorry. Saying sorry before.
Hallelujah. Anyhow.
But point is though, I do understand that disconnect. You can go through a lot of stuff, but that disconnect happens. Then it's like a feeling of loss. It's a feeling I'm by myself. I'm on this ocean alone. I'm sinking. Who's gonna help me?
Yeah, seriously.
You know, like it's so much that goes on.
Especially when you have been with living life and meshing with a person for so long.
Right.
It's a way of life. So when you are feeling abandoned or let go or not cared for, unseen, unheard, it causes a lot of different things in the heart and mind.
What I'm gonna say though, what if it's not real?
What if?
And I'm gonna say what I'm saying for. I don't know why I'm saying. What if it's not real? Because it wasn't real for me.
How do we make that connect from
it wasn't
the real to
for my own personal opinion? Personal experience. It wasn't real. And the only reason why I knew it wasn't real was actually God. It had nothing to do with him at all. Literally nothing at all. He didn't show any signs.
And it'd be like that.
It was no signs that you were coming
Jesus
back.
Jesus really be saving these niggas
no
for real.
Signs that
Jesus be saving these niggas.
Real talk. That's real. What I talked about in the other episode was real. Sure. Jesus really is the one.
Let me speak in this. Okay, so and I'm gonna speak on it being real. So y'all spoke on how you said women with so much is expected on you, but realistically, y'all are the emotional characters. Yeah. Emotion changes how things look to you.
Yes.
A lot.
That is real.
So when you start feeling something, as long as it feels real to you, it doesn't matter how unreal it is.
Not always.
I'm not saying always. We're just talking about what happens in emotions a lot of times. Because if we're being real, emotions control a lot of the time.
It does.
The majority of the time. Correct. And it's rare that a woman's going to say, "Oh, this is an emotional thought that I'm having," because once it emotionally hits them, it's become real to them.
Yeah.
So when you start, sometimes
what's real is what's real.
To a certain extent.
It is.
I agree to a certain extent.
It is. But I can be honest. There's been situations, not just with her, with plenty of things, but the situation looks shaky. But 9 times out of 10, it like what you're saying doesn't fit what's gonna happen. But that 1%, sticks harder than the 9.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And so that 1% becomes fact. And then the more I say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Yeah.
that all becomes gaslighting.
But just like
you know what I'm saying? So the more I fight it and trying to be real, the more abandonment might start feeling, because now you're not hearing me. You don't care enough about me that you just don't.
Earlier, that is why it is a responsibility and accountability on both parties.
Absolutely.
To if you're going to continue to deal with that person, knowing the issues and how deep they are or what severe they are, it is now your responsibility to cater to however that may look, cater to giving that trust and
hold on, let me put a call in the guy and ask him why he didn't put the automatic switch on my chest. Because once I learn something, everything I have to adjust to it. Like for instance, I'm ADHD. Y'all see my hands? I'm ADHD. You're gonna have to adjust to me. I might get loud. It's hyper. I get hyper. Right. And I can't control it sometimes. So you have to adjust to it. The same way I'm asking someone to adjust to that, I would have to I wouldn't expect you to know how to deal with my situation because I just told you.
Of course not.
But it also,
of course not. But eventually the fruits will show that the work is there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if it's not,
which is I want to answer my side of the question, because the question was, what is the breaking point?
Yeah.
Right. So for me, the breaking point becomes when you're unmovable. When you're unmovable, when what you have decided is just fact and there's nothing I can tell you. If you have decided 2 + 2 is 5 and I can't show you the work, I can't show you 2, I can't go, look, count them. And you still going, well, it looked like 4, but I know it's 5. At that point, it's like, what am I fighting for?
But you know, that's not really a good stop point. I mean, not.
Okay, let me be more specific. Let me be more specific.
But I get what you're saying.
Let me be more specific. Like, for instance.
But that's all emotion.
For instance, when I said.
Emotion can be changed.
It can, but when I said, but emotion has to be changed by action. It just doesn't happen. And when I'm saying that, when I said, hold on, wait, let me say my thing. Let me say my statement.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm gonna rewind back to when I said you have to learn. I mean, you always use ADHD because I know that's a situation. If you date me, you have to deal with.
Right.
If I'm dating you for so long, and I gotta keep repeating, this is my thing, and that thing just keeps happening, and you ain't at no point said, let me look up, let me just read. Because everybody out there, I tell you, please read up on me.
Right.
Find out what it is, because there's certain care. So you know, I'm severe.
You know, I legitimately took Ritalin all my life.
Yeah, see, I didn't take Ritalin. My mama took us off Ritalin. We learned how to self-suppress.
Unfortunately, my grandparents, they had us taking a pill.
My mama, we didn't. She rather us be happy. I mean, not happy, but
I get that, because I mean, eventually that was the thing when we told the therapist, because we had therapists. I told the therapist that, you know, I feel like a zombie when I'm on this medicine. You know, and that was a real thing. And then eventually they did take us off. My granddad was like, nah, let's. So dumb. Look, but real talk, you do. Like, you go through this weird little zombie moment. Mm-hmm. And so when we told that, my granddad was like, nah, we ain't gonna have you take that medicine. But my grandma, on the other hand, was like, no, take the medicine, because what's crazy is our grades did do better. Well, my grades, I don't know about Sierra. My grades was 100% better on
Honestly,
Ritalin.
I really would. I will say, I wish I did. I wish I would have known about my condition sooner.
Do not think that your host is crazy.
Let me say this too. Let me say this. And saying that also upbringing, also tacking it back on the last episode, upbringing changes how you move as well. Yeah, so as for me, my mother didn't like the medicine because she was like, I don't know these zombie kids. So my mother went above and beyond. So for my ADHD, I'm used to go. My sister and them tell you, we thought how you did homework was you went to sleep, you woke up, and it was done. And because she because she understood how to. Hold on, let me say what I'm saying. Hold on, but because she knew how to reach us, she'd do our homework and then she'd sit down and explain what happened.
Hold on, you said your mama did y'all homework.
Mama
yes,
did
ma'am.
homework.
But she made sure. But
whooping.
let me explain why. No, hold on. Wait, let me explain why. Let me explain why. Let me explain why. I had it in the 80s, right? I grew up. At the time when I had heavy ADHD, my mom. We was in a white neighborhood that was predominantly racist. They weren't spending extra time on her kids to help them learn in the classroom.
Okay.
Let me answer.
So,
strictly based on Black History Month, I agree. Outside of Black History Month, hell no.
I turned out. Hold on.
We're talking about ADHD right now.
Right.
I'm talking about people ain't racist.
No,
go ahead.
The process of me saying it is saying the difficulty in what someone else might have been brought up in. So when I get into a relationship, I'm expecting, not only did my mother do this, I'm used to people just going, not my homework, but I'm saying people adjusting to going, oh, that's Joe. You know what I'm saying? He's not necessarily meaning to do this. It's just coming off that way. They know me.
But you know what?
So
Women don't get that. You know, what's real is me and Sierra both was diagnosed. Serious business. And we don't get that. What I mean is, we don't actually crutch. It's not a crutch on us. What I mean is, yes, it's real. I recognize it's real. Mm-hmm. Sierra probably recognizes it's real.
Yeah, she crazy.
But we don't crutch on it. So no one else recognizes that it's real because we live through it in a way that you won't even know we got it.
I didn't know I had it.
Wait, hold on.
I didn't know.
Let me say this too, because I always have to specify this. The doctor literally told us we were special cases. You know what I'm saying? We were no. But the doctor said and told my mama, this is what, right? And you probably are. You probably are. Do you think they got it as bad as me?
Maybe she might be close. Sierra might be as close. Let me tell you the
difference. Wait, I'm gonna tell you the difference. The fact that your mom did your homework, I'm using this as an example, makes the difference in why you're the same today.
I'm not the same. I'm not the same.
What I mean, okay, not the same. What I mean is the fact that you still identify with it.
Yeah.
Because my mama, you know Andrea. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows Andrea.
Militant baby.
Sergeant Andrea. There was no room for imperfection.
Okay, now I get you.
And it created, but what it did was it made me into such a soldier.
You learn to live and cope with it. You learn to live with it.
Let's see.
Thrive through it.
Let me say this. Hold on for a minute. Whereas in relationships, we are supposed to consider the other partner.
Yeah.
I do believe that there has to be an active responsibility on ourselves to change.
Right.
So if you see that your ADHD is a problem, you can't control yourself.
That is real.
You are hyper emotional. Can't nobody get a word in edgewise. Then there's a responsibility where it may be hard for you to control, and it's not impossible for you
that
to
is
control.
true.
So those active steps, if I'm not seeing you take those,
I did not say.
Hold on, let me finish. If I'm not actively seeing you take those steps, you want me to conform? No, we're gonna conform, change together. We are. We're gonna meet in the middle.
I agree.
And you're gonna have to bring your hyper ASS down, and I will try to conform to some of the ways to be able to speak to you. But I'm just not gonna be not speaking. Whatever.
Imprisoned.
You have to go
imprisoned
to speak to you. I'm just not gonna be doing that.
And then while you just out here raging free.
This is what I'm saying.
She's not finished yet.
Let me make my point.
That just says I love
me.
All
right. Okay. Hold on.
Exactly.
Hold on. Let me say this.
I've said that.
Let me respond
3 minutes.
to this. Okay, let me respond to this. I'm not saying that I wasn't changing. Keep in mind, when I said my homework, I was a child then. I'm 43 years old now.
Okay.
What my mama did was when she was doing our homework, the things that we needed to learn, she came back, set us down and said, listen, y'all need to do boom, boom, boom. She explained it the way we needed to have to. But all she did was she prepared us to know that everyone is not going to be fair. But what it also, let me finish my statement. What it also did was the treatment that she gave me, I now tentatively give out around.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
That was a fast.
It was because that's how it is. It's got to be like that. Because if you move around like this, you know what I'm saying, situations ain't gonna get solved all the time.
I do hear you when you say she went
make
back.
a full point at all.
Wait, let him finish.
Let him finish.
Go ahead.
My point is dealing with, like I said, adjusting to. So when you get into it and you are used to it, and you have to do the change for someone else. It doesn't happen rapidly. Right. And because it's ADHD, it's not, so the small thing is hard. Mm-hmm. So when the small thing happens and then you go, oh, but that's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, okay, but I'm making effort and the effort is getting like it's no effort, you know, like it's no effort being made.
What I'm going to say is, listen. I just spoke to Core and Mackenzie prior to this, y'all.
It's cool.
Congratulations, you guys.
Boy, I spoke to them and told them, once you have children, you are a non-motherfucking factor.
Correct.
And
false.
No.
False.
It is not false.
If you crapped it out, you can't do nothing for your kids.
Hold on. You're not hearing me. Okay. What I mean is, as far as making decisions is no longer based on your own emotion, your own thing.
Absolutely.
It is always going to be about them. Yeah. We have in this room alone, I don't know about you per se, but in this room alone, we have all experienced a moment where a house was broken.
Yes.
And a house was broken and it created an individual that we see today.
Yes.
Correct.
It created certain ways and values that we now have based off of a broken home.
You know, you have a point, because I grew up without a father. And I was the type of person that if I ever had kids, I was going to make sure they did not grow up without a father. Right. So I 100% agree with you. Yeah. Because I have 6 kids by the same woman that I've been with since I was 18 years old. Right. So yes, I 100% agree. I didn't have a dad. My kids ain't ever gonna have to say that. And they ain't ever gonna have to say they didn't have a dad or a father.
Right.
They had both.
And the thing is, yes, we ought to also figure out how to manage the household while staying. Correct. Meaning, we can't just stay.
Right.
Right. Just staying sometimes do more damage.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
So we have to actually put them in full. They're the forefront of everything. Mm-hmm. These are pieces of you.
Yeah.
These people reflect you.
You are.
This is the next generation of you.
Yes, you are raising people who are going to have to deal with other people in this world.
Let me say this too.
Well.
Let me add this in, right?
Okay.
And then I think staying together to raise children is always based on the two individuals, because those two individuals have
that ain't what I'm saying.
No, I know.
By the way, I'm not saying stay together for the children. Understand, if you are in a place where all things is going to hell, you get what I'm saying? And it's going to hurt them children.
And by all means.
By all means, we have to figure out a better way.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's still at the forefront, but it has to be a better way to do this.
Yeah. Right.
Now, I don't agree with staying together for the children. And most of the time, it's a lie. I'm going to be quite honest with you. A lot of people that say I'm staying together for the kids, that's some straight up bullshit. Sorry. Because that love is still there. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
Don't die that easily.
Yeah, because I felt something else. And I'm trying not to go there on iUnify. But it's still there. Point is, a lot of times that is the excuse, that is the reason, but deep inside, deep down.
I was saying, when we went
the
to
love
our
is still
hard
there.
points, we tried harder. What I can say, if kids did not exist,
right,
we may have not been together.
But that's the thing.
Right.
I
agree with that too.
I have been there when kids did not exist. Yeah. I didn't have kids to a late age. My kids came at 27. How old was I? 27.
20.
So it was a whole 7 8 years that I went when kids didn't exist. And a whole lot existed during that time.
You're a strong woman.
A whole lot existed. So if it wasn't for that thing deep down, then it wouldn't have.
I suffer for being different. Honestly, listen, I stayed with a woman for 11 years, 12 years for her kids. And I told her,
I agree with that because he had kids.
For her kids. And I knew it was over year 3, year 4.
I don't know about that.
But yeah, but you know what I'm saying? But I kind of knew them and I grew accustomed to the kids. Part of it wasn't
their lives.
When I say I knew it was over at 3, that's when I started, okay, let's start fighting for it at least. So there was still some years of fight. So it wasn't like I was like, oh, we done, and I'm just gonna sit here for another 8 years.
Right.
No, but another 4 years rolled by. After those 4 years, that relationship with the children is there, and it's like, okay, I got y'all. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I look at y'all as my own, or however.
Yeah.
And I told her, I said, when the youngest graduates, I'm gone. She didn't believe it, and he graduated, and I was gone. And I meant it. I was really there for the kids.
And that's the thing about men. Men really do mean that shit. Like it's a big difference. Like women a lot will say, I'm leaving your ass and blah, 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 blah. That's a lie. They just talking. But men is different. They're wired different. Whenever they get to a point that it's
done,
it's actually
done.
Right.
But they
so you need to pay attention to
that. Through hell and high water.
Maybe and then you gotta pay.
When you in hell and high water with somebody, that means you in hell and high water, which means they probably in hell and high water. We can't always assume.
Wait, hold on.
Not necessarily.
Hold
that's
on.
I suffer for being different.
Because
I ain't gonna sit here.
The hell and high water definitely can be.
I'm saying I suffer for being different.
We got to go though, but I'm not gonna say that that's not real. Because what's real is when a man does go to a certain point, it's because he's got to a certain point.
As I said, to a certain extent, I can understand what he's saying.
Wait a minute. I'm not talking about cheating. Because cheating is, like I said, my personal thoughts, I think all men cheat. But it's a difference. It's like a point where I'm now creating a new life. If I'm creating a new life, it takes a man a certain point to get to I'm creating a new life. Once they start creating a new life,
it's over.
Pretty much
over.
Kaput. But anyway, all right, guys. I'm sorry.
I do want to go record and say one more thing, right?
Okay.
That I do understand why that stature is there. All men cheat because most men cheat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just want to speak for the behalf because I do believe that not all men cheat. Whether y'all believe I do or not.
Let's say
right. Right. Hey.
99%.
Hey. All I'm saying is don't put
right.
55-45.
No.
I'm not even gonna go there. I got too many friends. I got too many friends.
What? Oh, black men don't cheat?
That's not real.
Black men don't cheat. All flavor of men.
Mentally cheating is still cheating. Whether you
I do believe
that man or not, if you mentally fall in love with that man, that's still cheating.
Okay.
But
that come from something.
Exactly. Because how was we able to fall in love?
Cheat for nothing.
How was we able to fall in love?
Cheat for absolutely nothing.
Come on now.
That is not it.
Come on now for the neighborhood hoe.
Okay.
Women gonna stop saying facts that aren't facts.
Hey, iUnify. Hopefully, I will be back. I want you guys to get to know me more. I want you guys to get to know me better. I'm very smart. I promise you.
Thank y'all for tuning in to the Battle of the Sexes. Tune in next month.
Safest place in the whole wide world.
Destiny. I'm sorry.
It's in the will of God.
Big Des coming from North Carolina. She got some new music dropping. We're going to go ahead and produce her. That's our cousin, by the way. I know you don't know.
Yeah.
But
I'll get to know you as well. Don't worry.
I'm still a little tipsy.
Yep. So thanks for having us.
Let me sip on what you sipping on.
Right. It's all right.